Hi and welcome to this episode. In the previous episode, we were able to import our model. I was able to display some of these materials, how to apply your materials, how to bring in characters, bring in your vehicles, your trees, and whatever you want to actually add to your model, you can play around with it. Let's say, assuming I am satisfied with everything that is here on my model, and I want to simply, I can simply come here. You can see this part here gives you, you can actually create a part for your character. You can create a part for your vehicle. You can create a part for your bicycle. I'm going to talk more on that as we progress. This location helps you to specify in what month, as the month varies, the weather changes as well. So we are in the month of October. This is basically how, now this is actually tracking my location as it is my current location. So you can see what we have there. You can also specify at what time you can, this is not offset, and then the background here, you can have another background entirely from what we have. You can see this background there that we have, it's like a city there, so you can change the background to a town. As I'm clicking, you can see it's taking effects automatically. As I'm changing, you can see everything is changing along with it. So you can change the background. Your background, you can see it's changing. So I'm going to just leave it at city. You can as well do some sort of rotation of your background. You can see as I'm dragging is moving. So probably you want to, you can see if you channel your focus here, you look at, you see how this is showing, which is very cool. So so here is a bit filled. I don't want it to look somehow empty along the sides, so you can go gently to bring it. Okay, here now it's a bit full. So that is that about this. The lightning as well, you can see here the shadow. You can play around with your shadow, white balance. You can see as I'm taking the exposure, as I'm moving, it's actually going along with me, right? So you can increase that, you can as well reduce that. So this shadow, let me okay, so you can as well come to your settings here. You can see your sun reflection. This is the reflection of your sun. You can see it's very high. You can tend to reduce it. You can increase the intensity of the sun, right? You can, the star intensity can be increased, the moon intensity can be increased, the ambient. So you can actually take out your time to practice this on your own, to test and see. Okay, so that is that. So I have spoken about this. This is your vegetation, like this is your, this one here is for vegetation scatter, the diameter of your, of those vegetation that you must have placed. So you have to drop a a vegetation here. So when you drop that, you can increase the diameter of that vegetation as well. So on this sorry, let me bring back this vegetation. Let me drag this one and drop here. I can rescale it. You know, from here I told you if you use the numbers that are here, the number 7 is for scale, right? So you can either type in 7 to bring up your, to switch to scale. Then once you are here, you can change the scale of your vegetation itself. So you can see what I have here. You can play around with the dryness, how dry is the vegetation here. You can also increase the strip. Is the wind on or off? You can turn all of that. You can tint it by simply picking whatever color you want to actually use. So there is more to it. You can carefully check around here and play around with your vegetation. You can have for this one also, I'll make it 50. Let's see, 50. So you can see we have them on the floor, so it looks a bit realistic, right? So this is basically how to play around with some of this. For the vegetation painting, you can see this is it. You can similarly pick any of these as well. You can see the age is at 50%. You can change that to whatever percentage. You can also rescale this to let's say I want to scale this to 3, for example, right? And I can simply also just copy this by holding on sorry, I have to hold on shift. Let's say I want to have 2 copies of this. So you can see that has been copied for me. So I will have to switch to move to simply just maybe move this here. I can switch to scale here, and then I will just rescale this to maybe something bigger, and I type 2. So you can see this is basically how to play around with some of this. While you explore the software, you will see other bigger, more realistic stuff you can achieve with the Twinmotion. Okay, so it's a very great software, a very powerful software as well, just like you have with Lumion. You can also achieve a lot using your Twinmotion. One of the basic differences is that with Twinmotion, you don't really need to have a very sophisticated system to achieve to a reasonable extent some good results. So lens flare, you can see as I'm taking it up, parallelism, the dove at what site you can see. So you can take out your time. The visual effects, there are some little like the contracts, you can play with the contracts, the saturation, you can as well play along with that. I wouldn't spend so much time trying to explain that. I deliberately had to skip this part uh, because there is something very important I would like to talk about on that aspect of our path. So these are rocks. Let me just insert a rock here. Add the scale, let's say 50. So to make the a bit more realistic, let's say we have a rock around that area of the site. So whatever you are doing, you can just take a picture of how the nature of that site is and bring up your design that looks very similar to what you have. And then mind you, you can also upload a background, so you can take a picture of a particular site, an area, and use it as a background instead of using the existing default background from the Twinmotion itself. I've not shown you that. As we progress, we'll keep exploring the software to see what we can achieve. So on here you can see we have weather as well. This helps you to tell if you are in raining season, dry season, and harmattan and all of that. So whichever weather, you can simply play along with it. You will see it taking effect on the model itself. So whatever weather, if it's in a raining season, you will see that reflecting on the model itself. However, you can take out your time to bring out your model, make it more realistic. So we don't, everywhere is looking white. We don't have snow in Nigeria or in any part of Africa. So all right, all that being said, you can take out your time, play around with this. There's nothing much to really talk about here, aside from what I have been able to explain. Mind you, you already know where to find all of this in your library. Once you come on this arrow that points this direction, you can find everything I used here as well. So they are all here. But you know, when you come here, you can easily pick your vegetation paints, vegetation scatter, and all of that. It's just a term that was used to achieve whatever. Okay, so we have spoken extensively on this. I would like to take a picture of this model. So you can take a picture, you can delete an existing picture maybe that you have taken before. These are pictures I've taken of this particular model. So you can snap from anywhere. So all I need to do is I can delete whichever one I don't want anymore, and it's in real time. Whatever you do on the model itself to reflect on this image that you have taken already. So whatever update you do on the model generally, it will take effect on the image that you have captured already. So here, let's say I want to create an image. All I need to do is click on create image. Right, so you can see this is the image that has been created. So at whatever angle I want to take this, at whatever height, if I want to view it from the top, I can rotate anywhere to view this. So you can see, what I'm having. So it's coming out gradually. I'm supposed to apply material on most of this, but I didn't really apply material. So but I'm sure you know how to come about it. It's just literally going to be a repetition of whatever I've done before. So all you need to do is just to click on create image, and automatically that image will be created for you. So I'm just going to, I can delete an existing image, I can rename an existing image, I can also duplicate an existing image. All you need to do is just to click on it and you are there already. So this is very easy. You can see to make use of Twinmotion is actually not very difficult. It is software that you can literally learn in a day if you have the time. If you spend a quality time on it, in one day you can be able to learn it. It's actually not very difficult. It's just like your normal game that you play. You know that A is left, your B is right, your W is front, your S is backward, your Q is up, your Q is downward rather, and then your E is up. So it's very easy to actually come with, just play with your keyboard, and it's rotating as you go. Right, so that being said, let's say I have this set of image I want to export. So this is image 2, this is image 3. These are the current image I just added to this model. I deleted some before, so that is why it's giving 2 and 3. You can also rename it, like we said. You can rename it to whatever. Let's say 001. This one, let's rename it to 002. So that has been renamed. So when you come down here to your export, it allows you to pick the number of images you would like to export. So you can select. So I just selected 2. If I want to select this, I will just hold on Control and select. So but I don't want to. You don't even need to hold on Control anyway. So you can select however whatever images you would like to export. So I've been able to select 2 of those images. Once I select that, I will just click on Start Export. So I will have to specify a folder. Let's say I want to use this folder. So it's exporting my model. So as we progress, I will show you how to come about your part, how to create a part, whereby you see you can make your car to move. You can make create a part where people can actually walk through and all of that. So we'll demonstrate that in the next episode. So I will see you in the next episode. All right, before then, let's look at what we have. Okay, so let me come down to my document, 3D model. I think this is it. So this is my 001, and yeah, you can see the output is not really bad, right? It's not bad. It's clear. Output is not really bad, even though I didn't really spend much time trying to bring out something that is something of strong quality, but then at least we're able to bring out something. So this just helps you to bring out whatever you want to achieve. and see we didn't apply some of the material, so we are not getting close to even good results. But this is for the sake of tutorial, just to demonstrate what you can achieve with your Twinmotion. All right, I will see you in the next episode.